step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Stroud. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate, and turns into a nice gain.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Sends it to Diggs along the sideline. And a solid. Them across the 45 before he goes out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. That one right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Williams on the play action. Hits his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Chicago brings out the punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now he loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish off their opening drive. And now the Bears will line up and go for 2. He's throwing for it. Buying some time right. It's caught. And he gets in. The 2-point try puts him in front by 1. 8-7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here comes Tank Dell. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, south. Hey.
Here's Stroud. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
On the quick, right?
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. We've got a close one here. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They bring Collins in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Robbie. Play.
Now it's Stroud. Completed over the middle. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a... And a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.